Now, can you explain why you chose to do some of these characters to draw?
Well, I've been working in the comic industry for about 18 to 20 years. Um, Professionally, I've been illustrating for 47 years, okay? And I'm pretty much a cover artist, although I have done some sequential work for Jonah Hex, DC character. And so I've been part of some really nice projects. I was part of the relaunch for G.I. Joe. I got my start working with Chaos Comics, working on Lady Death, okay? And so I've been privileged to work on a lot of interesting characters. I've done a lot of work for Star Wars, working through Dark Horse Comics, and I've really had a chance to explore a lot of my child yearnings on falling in love with the comic characters, and now they're actually been paying me to do the artwork for them. So it's been a real nice fun trip here for the last 20-some years.
Is there any specific shows like Star Wars or anything that you're working on right now?
Not right now. I don't have any comic work in the studio right now. The last comic work that I did was for Dawn of the Jedi, which was the untold story of the origin of the Jedi and the lightsaber. Which was published by Dark Horse. I think that was probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. But currently I'm not working on any comic work projects. Right now I'm working on gallery work. And I'm also teaching part-time at the Art Academy of Cincinnati.
And I couldn't help but notice your sign. So can you please explain to us what is sci-fi speed dating?
Yeah, so sci-fi speed dating is exactly what it sounds like. It's speed dating at comic conventions, and it's actually a lot of fun. So do you want me to explain the whole thing?
Yes.
All right, so usually there's going to be anywhere between like 25 and 35 girls and guys each, and you sit down and you just kind of talk to each other for like 3 to 5 minutes. Everything is totally anonymous, so that's nice. So it's only not anonymous if you want it to be. So if things go really well, you can do whatever you want, exchange your information, but it's so much fun. And it's, no pressure, super comfortable. My boss always makes sure that everyone is comfortable, So it's a great time.
How long have you been involved in sci-fi speed dating?
I've been doing this for 3 years now, so it's been a while. Yeah, it's great.
Have you been sci-fi speed dating?
Yes. So 3 years ago was my first time, and I just had a blast. And I was so obnoxious that actually my boss messaged me, and he was talking to me, and he's like, hey, you were so great. I think you should work for me. And I thought he was joking at first. But yeah, no, it's been great. It's been a great 3 years. So I've been here, Chicago, I'm going to St. Louis in a few months. So, it's all over.
You're having fun. This is great.
Yes.
And we are here with?
Kfir Mendel, or Cave Geek.
Can you explain how you do some of these cool artworks?
Originally my background is in primitive skills and tanning traditional buckskin, same way it's been tanned for thousands and thousands of years. And one day my geek and my caveman collided, hence Cave Geek, and I started making quote-unquote primitive art. What I do is I take traditional buckskin and I burn the image onto it. That's the more modern part. And when you burn it, the skin shrivels and warps and allows me to create a three-dimensional image. And then after that, I paint on top of that with natural pigments using primitive tools.
Interesting. So what made you start doing this? Did you just kind of look at it and was like, hey, that would look cool together?
It was an idea that popped into my head. In 2012, when the first Hobbit movie came out, it just came up in my head that I want to make a primitive map of Middle-earth. I didn't really have any expectations of what that would look like. I just combined the techniques that I already knew. I did some wood burning before, and I had a hide, and I had pigments, and I just put all of that together and see what comes up. And when I finished it, I was like, wow, I did not expect the 3D effect. I didn't expect it to look as cool as it did, and so when I was done, I was really thinking, like, I actually have something here that I've never seen before, and I'd like to try more. So that's what got it started.
Is there a preference that you have of which one you like to create? Do you like creating maps more or characters?
Maps are definitely more fun. They're and I only do stuff normally. I do stuff for myself that I'm a big fan of, and so a lot of that is fantasy novels or video games or things like that, movies like Goonies and whatever, the things that have maps in them, and I love the maps because they're more interesting. There's a lot more going on in there. Plus, portraits are hard.